Hi, it's 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox, and today we're going to be talking about combat logging, and this is going to get into very salty territory. Obviously, there's been some stuff that's happened while I've been away, so it's time to say,
oh shit, here we go again.
Now I want to make one point very, very clear before I start, and goes for any of my logging videos. Being a combat logger does not make you a horrible or bad person. It makes you someone who's cheated at a video game. I mean, let's face it, I'm really toxic. I mean, like 90% of the people on Xbox 360 chose to avoid me. And that was only after I got it to 96%, and then some of my fellow Call of Duty players found out I was beating them on how hated I was, and then like-bombed me to get it down to 90, but it was at 96%. So, I'm a complete a-hole. I admit that. Paul at War says I'm one of the most toxic people that play this game. So being a combat logger does not make you an unpleasant or nasty person. The person being targeted for interdiction here is one of the loveliest guys I know on Xbox. He's a reformed logger. He has in the past combat logged. This is definitely not a combat log. This is definitely a disconnection due to lag and stupidity out of CG. As you can see, absolutely crazy amounts of lag. There's bound to be connection problems. That's the sort of thing that happens in Elite Dangerous, and it causes issues no end of times, and causes arguments and disputes. We all know what is and isn't a combat log at this point in proceedings, I believe. I mean, I would hope. And I'm one of those people. I really dislike people rage quitting games. If you go back and watch my Call of Duty videos, half of them are me complaining about the other team quitting, or people quitting in the game and ruining, the flow and the momentum of the game, and people dashboarding to avoid the loss of their stats, people falsely keeping their KD high by rage quitting so many games. Used to make me laugh. This was a combat log. The person who combat logged admitted they just got really annoyed on a particular day, that had a bad day, they got really annoyed and they combat logged. I'm showing it because I show combat logs that happen in this video game. Doesn't affect how little I like the person involved.
Like that, he's gone.
I mean, I was incredibly surprised when that person did actually combat log. Here he is dying to Star. He was confused by this clip because the reason Star's attacking him is because he's combat logged. Dark Marauders will kill combat loggers. So I would say to him in the future, if you get a message saying you're being pirated, stop. If not, just assume we're out to kill you. This was another incident. This was a bit of a weird one. The person says they accidentally switched their router off when trying to get batteries for their controller. Yeah, seems a bit odd, but they immediately came back and took the rebuy, so it's kind of a something and nothing storm in a teacup, this one.
Like that, he's gone.
I mean, yes, they switched their router off, but they're saying they did it accidentally, and they did come back and take the rebuy. So I'm leaving other people to argue about this one and have full-on blown Discord wars about this clip, or these clips. But this was the person taking the rebuy at 3%. I then have this combat clip, which I'm just going to talk over. This is just Nemesis Dragon fighting against the guy who was involved in that last combat log clip. Mush Jabata in, I don't know if they're both using flechettes, but it's basically a flechette speedrun as he takes his drives out. I gotta say, Nemesis is really stupidly annoying in that ship, and I hate it, and I don't want to fight against it when I'm back in the bubble. Just saying. It is. I can understand the desire to rage quit because you're annoyed, you're angry, you're upset. All I would say is, if you get frustrated like that, the best thing to do is just put the controller down and walk away. I've had the situation where someone's been killing me incredibly slowly, deliberately, very slowly. They were trying to encourage me to combat log to prove a point. Their argument was everyone's a combat logger. My argument was, no, they're not. Everyone resorts to cheating. And I just hit self-destruct, put the controller down, went in the kitchen, got myself something to drink, came back in and respawned. It's not a biggie. I've never cared about rebuys in this game. I have always, because I've been a space trucker all the way through, I've always had money. It's never been an issue. I've never been short of credits. beyond the time in the preview program where I did fly with no rebuy, because we were going to get reset after the preview program, so it didn't really matter. That's what I thought then, and then we never got reset. Typical. But yeah, like I say, I can understand why people want to do it, but I would just say it's not worth doing at this point, because the community that's left playing Elite Dangerous is so tiny. You know, you're just going to get stick for it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the stress. Better take the rebuy. Anyway, that's all. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.